Okay, things that I recommend you would need for your saxophone for like care and such. I'm not saying others like that, but as for care for the saxophone, I would say you will need just a couple of things, not too many, but your main thing that you'll get most of your stuff in is a care kit. Now, lots of care kits can actually be really stupid, and they won't have any of the things, but maybe two of the things you'll need, like cork grease and a swab maybe, but they won't have all the things that you'll need to care for your saxophone in a good way that you should. Okay, so pretty much what comes in your care kit is some cork grease, which you can get here. Your cork grease you'll normally only apply to the actual cork, not very often. You want to keep it moisturized though, because it will start cracking, and that's not good. But normally what you'll do is put cork grease up here, not very often, but you want to make sure that you put cork grease here, where you attach it to the body. Because what normally happens is after a while playing, you know, taking it on and off, you'll have to force it into the, or you'll have to like wiggle it around to get it in, and that's not good. So what you want to do is just, and you don't want to overdo it, just apply a small amount around here and then wipe it all around with your finger and, you know, put it in. Once you do, some of it will actually come out on the top, so you just wipe it off. It's no big deal. It's just cork grease. Okay, it's not going to kill you to touch it. Another thing that you'll need is one of these. This pretty much, well, this is only for your neck. What you do is you use this side. It's got bristles on it, pretty much because when you play, all your leftover lunch and all that, I never play after I eat just because that's gross, but after you play, you always want to swab everything out, and this gets, you know, everything that's stuck up there because it's got those hard bristles up there, and then this pretty much just gets the moisture out. So you want to make sure you do that after every time you play. It ensures the life of your saxophone, and that's pretty much it. Another thing that you need to do is have one of these. This cleans out your mouthpiece. And some of them have softer bristles. I prefer one that's hard. I mean, this is just plastic. These bristles aren't gonna kill it. So pretty much all you have to do is just take it a couple of times, do like this. The harder the bristles are, the more dirt it'll get off, and the better. Sometimes you can just put it in some water, soap water, and, you know, do like that if you've gotten some really stuck in there. But if you clean it out every time, that shouldn't have to happen anyway. Another thing, some of kits come with this and this, others just come with this. I've never seen one that's just come with this. Either it comes with both or not this. But what you do is it's got this little weight on the bottom, so all you have to do is take it, and you take the little weight and you just drop it in through the top first, and then just fish it out the neck, and it'll come out, and you just pull it through like that, and then you do the same with the bell. And that's what you should do after every time you play, just because, you know, all that spit's going to be in there, and for your pad, your keypads and such, you know, the spit sitting on them will not be good. You'll have to replace them every often, and if you get them professionally done, it can get expensive after a couple of times. Another thing that most of them come with, this is really good. A lot of people just don't do it because it's not important. They don't think. But for the lacquer of your instrument and such, if dirt sits up there for a long amount of time, it will start to just peel off. Like when you're cleaning a brass instrument, you know, you put it in the bathtub. If you put it in too hot of water, the lacquer will actually just come right off. So same with dirt on your saxophone or flute or whatever. So every so often, you just want to take it and, you know, open it up and, you know, polish it up a little bit. Especially if you're like in a marching band, you want to spit shine it, because you want that thing to be shiny and it just looks better. The tuner, this isn't really for the care, but it's for your playing. It doesn't matter what kind you get, just make sure it's good. Any kind. Mine has this LED light on it in the front, so you can use it in the dark, and it tells you if you're in tune or not. It's got a light there saying you're flat and one up here, saying you're sharp, and the one in the middle saying you're in tune. Obviously, I'm about 16 cents flat. Okay, after that, pretty much that's all you need to keep your saxophone in a good condition. But I know how classes can get sometimes. You have to rush, you have to hurry up, so for that sake, I bought this. It's called a bell saver. It's a funny looking thing, but all you do is, once you buy it, it's kind of flat because it's been in the plastic, but once you use it a couple times, all the little flips fly out. And because when you play, the spit's not going to sit up here. If it can go down, gravity's going to say, hey buddy, let's go. So it's all going to sit in your bell, and that's pretty much where most of your spit sits. Don't let your teacher tell you it's condensation, it's spit. So pretty much all you do is take it and just get it in a good way. Just put it in how it fits. You don't want to force it because you could be hitting a key, and if you hit a key, you can damage it. You just want to always be on the safe side. So if it's not going, just take it out and do it again. Once you get to the bell, you're going to have to put a little more pressure, but not a lot. Like here, it just slides in, but you want to push it a little bit. And if it's not going and you have to push really hard, don't. Just take it out and do it again. And that gets all the spit out of here, especially if you're in class and you can't swab it out with one of these every time, because that does tend to get time consuming. And if your class is on the 4th floor in a new building and you're in the 25th building, then you gotta go. Another thing that's good is this. It's pretty much the same as a bell saver, but for your neck. You just take it in, put it in there. What the bell you can do for the bell saver is you can leave it in and put it down and put it back in your case, which is what I do. But this one, you can't. You just have to put it in and take it back out. Do it as many times as you think is appropriate after every play, just because it'll get that spit out. And if you don't have the time, you know, just putting it in really, really fast is good. Okay, now for things that I just recommend, the bell saver and stuff, that's not needed, but if you don't have the time, it's really good to have it, because it's really good when you're on a time-consuming schedule and you need to just get out of that class and put your saxophone up and go. So, reeds that I do recommend are Van Doren. They're great. I honestly have had the opportunity of playing on them now for a while, and I've played on Rico's. Those are the reeds that I started on, and when I went to the high school, my teacher recommended Van Doren. They tend to be pricier, but if you're looking for the tone quality, the extra $5 or how much ever it is, depending on where you buy them. Some places you can get them really cheap. Other places you literally will be paying $35, which I never do, because that's a little ridiculous for some shaved wood. Okay, so Van Doren, they're really good reeds. I like them. They all come individually packed, but they come in a box just like any normal reed boxes do. But that's good. Also, another thing, the strap that your saxophones normally come with is one that's just got this material on it, and it rubs your neck raw. So I buy Neotech. Neotech's really good. It helps, and it's got this stretchy material in it, so it helps, especially if you're doing things like marching band or jazz and you're really active with your saxophone. You want to have a good neck strap. So I hope that's good. Sorry I talked a lot, but I wanted to let you know why you needed things, because that's how your parents are like, why do you need this? You know, whatever. So there you go. Hope this helped. If not, sorry you wasted your time, but it helped, I know.